That was fantastic.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
goodness. Goodness gracious, Grace. Oh my gosh.
That was are you warm now? That was stressful. Hey Z.
Hey guys. Welcome. Sorry for the confusion if there was some confusion there, but what happened
the confusion was ours.
We had
we
had some technical difficulties. We'll just say right? We had a few technical difficulties.
Yes, we did.
But we're good now.
We're good.
So we're to record a podcast.
Let's do it.
We don't know what we'll talk about, but
let's just do it.
Typical,
Dana. I love you, Dana.
Two crazy cat ladies. Hey Dana, we love you so much. Let me fix this light real quick.
Well, why don't you do that? You guys, I'm so excited. Well, whoa. That just really should I do something with this one?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Move it up.
Move it up some.
Move it up some.
Time out, y'all. Time out.
Yeah.
Where's
it's the recording too. Hey, how are you guys doing? How's everybody doing? Welcome.
Oh, jeez. I really just missed
you
that.
You just fucked everything up, girl.
Lord have mercy.
We're good.
Is this good?
Okay, guys.
Is it good? Is it good here?
Is it good here?
Is it good here? Hey, Lindsay, hi!
Hey, girl.
Okay,
hey.
let's do it.
Okay, yeah. We're
and
gonna do
5, 4,
3, 2, and 1.
Beep. Beep.
Okay, that's not working. What happened? Oh, you didn't delete the... You have to delete this. Okay.
Whoopsie-daisies. Today is full of technical difficulties.
It is.
Fun.
Such is life. Let's go.
Go. The familiar sound.
Welcome to episode number 0018 of Back in the Closet with the Two Crazy Cat Ladies. Guys, it's been a week.
How do you keep track of the numbers? Like, I'm
You know what?
curious.
This is
Every
funny.
time we're about to go live, I'm like, oh, what number is it? And then...
So I yelled down to you and I was like, is this episode number 16 or 17? And you didn't hear me. And so I
watch our beverages.
Wow. So I looked up our last one because we always record it on. We use Final Cut Pro, which is like a editing platform. That's what we use for all of our videos, unless we're live, of course, for our videos and our things like that. And for our podcast. And so I go back and they're all labeled. So I was like, is it 16 or 17? And I looked.
Like, no, it's
actually 18. Can you believe that we have recorded 18 episodes?
I can. I'm kind of.
And we even took a month off, like a month and a half off.
Yeah, over the holidays.
Yeah.
We were just, we
were disgruntled with our.
We went.
Podcast platform.
Oh my God, you guys. Okay, so first of all, let's just talk about our beverages for today. I have started with a Bloody Mary, and I got a little toothpick.
It's a toothpick.
Toothpick, so I could show off my
pickles.
And
this pickle sunk. And I am drinking a fine rosé wine straight from Empathy Wines. Guys, I know they're not technically our sponsor because they're not giving us any money, but I'm just going to go ahead and say they can be our sponsor.
Anytime.
We will still promote them because Empathy Wines is the finest wines that you can find.
All the land. That
delivers to your door, which is really and better. And it's like $50 wines that you buy for $20. It says your connection is unstable.
Are we still coming through, you guys?
Maybe we should open that door.
Okay. Oh, that's what we did last time. Yeah.
And kind of
let the Wi-Fi in.
I don't understand Wi-Fi, guys. Yeah, I'm just like, we're done with technical
Dana's
issues.
doing a Bloody Mary as well with dilly beans.
Dilly beans.
Dilly beans.
I don't know what dilly beans are. I feel like I should know what dilly beans are, but
probably.
I've heard of it. But I can't picture in my head what a dilly. Wow, that's attractive. Really, must you? Sorry, listener.
That was a delicious sip of a Bloody Mary. Delicious.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so
guys.
This week, let's talk about highlights and lowlights of our week.
Okay.
Do you have any idea what those might be?
I have a lot of highlights.
Ooh, a lot of highlights?
Yeah,
so not just one.
Yes.
Oh, really?
We started. This is a busy week for us.
I know.
So we started out the week
having a hard time thinking of it, but
cutting each other's hair.
Oh, true.
Because we did it live on social media, both Instagram and Facebook, it actually made it a lot more bearable and fun because we were
some.
sharing that experience with you guys, but it was like a really scary experience for me to have you cut my hair.
I know it was. I'm
Like-
sure that anyone watching picked up on that.
It was scary, but and cutting your hair was a little scary too. It was a
Right.
lot more fun because I know you're not as anal about your hair as I am.
Mhm.
So it was like I got to experiment a little bit. Me cutting your hair was much funnier
It was all
of a
about
video.
the wrist.
than you cutting my hair. I think.
I would have to
And
agree.
I thought it was going to be the other way around.
I also would have assumed as much. However,
But you didn't talk while you cut my hair.
well, I
You
was
were
very focused. I mean, I think I
focused.
had much higher expectations. So, which is why I sweat so much during your haircut. Which
So
was
guys,
very-
if you have somebody in your world that you are quarantined with and you need a haircut, always just, I mean, guys, have for those of you guys that are just listeners and you've never actually seen our faces, we very
well,
that was
incidentally,
fun
you're
thing.
the one that said before this, when you started talking about this, which I didn't know if you were actually serious or not, you said, if I mess up your haircut and we end up shaving your head, then I'm going to shave it too.
Yeah.
Now, you have never shaved your head in
No.
all your days.
No.
I have. It's not an attractive thing to behold by any means. However,
I loved it, but we were also like
it was more the
40
feel.
pounds thinner at that time.
Yeah, Jay said I was too
Than
fat.
we are
That's
now.
true. Well, however, neither one of us got a shaved head, which there was a moment during the live while you were cutting my hair that I thought I was going to sabotage the whole thing and just go.
It was possible.
I know.
Could have
I was
happened.
actually surprised that it didn't
could
happen.
have happened because
But it didn't.
Because I like literally royally thought that I told. Must you take every sip like that?
So delicious.
Up until this very moment, I was just so grateful. Woke up this morning just so grateful that I'm quarantined with you.
Mhm.
And
you don't
now I take it all back. I
You
take
don't
it
like
all
the
back.
sounds I make when I drink a Bloody
Not
Mary?
a fan of your sounds. No, not a fan. Not a
Wait
fan.
till I chew a banana in her ear. That's her favorite.
Oh my,
That's
no,
her
please,
favorite.
no, stay away.
Okay, so let's talk about
so yeah.
highlights and lowlights. So number one, haircuts.
Yeah.
We both survived.
I think it turned out to be a highlight.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, and it was becoming unbearable for me, especially.
It was,
and
for me
even
too.
though you guys can't see the back of my hair right now, which is a little suspect.
I
Every now and then,
it's
when the wind blows, feel the weird hairs that are back there.
They kept
Like,
saying that there was
look,
a bald spot,
look.
but there's not a bald spot.
There's not a bald spot. There's actually like longer hairs.
Oh, I can cut those. I went back after she cut my hair yesterday, actually, and just like took the thinners and like thinned up.
Yeah.
Because she didn't want to use any of the fancy stuff. So I like
Her
thinned it all
hair is
myself.
like bunny fur to begin with, so
It seems like it.
I
I mean,
didn't
it is kind of, but it's
I did not
it was-
want to do any sort of induced baldness.
So then on Friday, I had like one of my my best days since quarantine for sure.
Tell me about it.
Just woke up feeling good. I was in
yeah.
a good mood. I felt good. I drank Tito's the night before, which turns out that if it's gluten like that, you don't have a hangover. So I was just like, yay, I feel good. And because Thursday nights we have our family night now.
Yeah.
It's a thing. It's so funny because
So there's a lot of drinking.
we live in like completely different areas of the country, and we don't normally get together ever virtually. It's only for events or somebody traveling or whatever. And right now, every week we're getting together with our families virtually, so we're actually getting to hang out with each other, which I think is a great thing.
That's definitely a highlight. You know what's funny is that right when I said let's talk about the highlights and the lowlights of this week, especially during the COVID crazy, I think as both, like there's a part of me that is profoundly sad to not be closer to our families. You know what I mean? Because such a strange time.
But
and
even
I
at
wish
the
that
same, like we're close to we
physically
are physically close to my parents. We
Yeah.
still
Oh, absolutely not.
cannot them because
But
guys,
there's
it's
something comforting about being physically near to them.
yeah.
However, this was the first time since 2016 that I've seen the majority of my family all at once. Maybe not. Maybe not that long because we've been
when we're
home for the
physically
holidays,
there.
right.
Yeah.
But so that was definitely a highlight to be able to hang out with the
And that we're
family.
doing it like consistently now because nobody knows how long this is actually going to last. Some of us think that it's going to be over by the end of April, and some
Yeah.
of us think that we're at least July or August. Some think that it's going to be September or October. I don't
Yeah.
know, but so long
I
as
don't
you're
think
not
anybody
drinking that
knows.
Bloody Mary,
You're
like
fine?
I'm
gonna take
fine.
another sip.
I think I'm
Look,
fine. Or right now I'm
my
fine.
pickles are poking through. Look at those.
Look at her pickle poking.
Mm,
She got some pickles poking. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Guys, when you get some pickles poking, you never know. You may have to make that weird
love
noise.
Pickles. Here's a little sidebar. I think we talked about this before, but the very first time, this is probably a month and a half ago, when Jae had no idea there was like a virus brewing. So it's almost 2 months ago now.
Really?
I had just mentioned to her that when she's at the market, she was heading to the market for something. I said, and there were already rumors about people buying up all the toilet paper. And I said, if you're there, go ahead and grab some extra toilet paper. And she was like, why? I just got toilet paper last week. So we just had the 1 pack of toilet paper. And I was like, well, she gets to the market and she takes a picture and sends it to me while I'm at work of the toilet paper row, the shelves of toilet, like almost completely bare. And she texted me and was like, UTF is going on. And I was like, so yeah, there's this virus. Jay doesn't tune into the news very often.
No,
And I was
prefer
like,
to stay oblivious. I'm just
and I
one
thought
of
I
those
was
people.
being kind of, Jay has anxiety issues, so I thought it'd be kind of funny to just be a little over the top about it. And just, I said, so basically it's the apocalypse and you should probably look at getting some non-perishable goods while you're there as well. She comes home with a pack of toilet paper, not our brand that we usually get.
Because they didn't have it.
They didn't have it anymore. 1 pound of grass-fed beef and some whole wheat noodles. I think we did talk about this before.
I was like, if we are going to be trapped somewhere, because after I saw the
We're
toilet
gonna eat
paper
healthy.
aisle, I was like, okay, some shit's real. I don't know what it is, but shit's
What's
real.
going on?
I was like, okay, so we're going to eat healthy. We're going to get. Yeah.
Right. Now, fast forward 2 weeks later,
That's not
and she actually went to Sam's Club and was looking for, toilet paper, paper towels, which they had stocked up on. They had, but she did find a 1 gallon jar of pickles. And she showed me. She took a picture of her
pickles. Me Red Bull.
Yeah. So, I mean, my little habit is healthier than yours. There's a lot of sodium, I get it. But she took a picture of her cart when she was checking out at Sam's Club, and all I could see was pickles. And I just like, okay, girl, her apocalyptic game. We're good to go. Let's make some Bloody Marys. Let's do this. Okay, y'all.
I don't know. I think you're the
Pickled
first person
greens.
I've ever heard of putting pickles in a Bloody Mary.
Oh my God, they're my
Like, isn't it
favorite.
usually celery?
It is celery, but that's not enjoyable to eat. I mean, it's just like tomato juice soaked celery.
Oh.
It's not bad. I mean, I don't mind it. And I guess there's like a flavor trail that it gives, but pickles are where it's at. So I get one of these huge, big dough pickles that she got for me at Sam's, and I stick them in my Bloody Mary. And it's delicious.
It is. It's good. It's good, guys. So, other highlights I would say for this week. Well, Friday was just an amazing day. Like I got up, I went for a run. It felt good.
Friday was a great day.
Yeah, we the house was clean. I love that we're like cleaning the house now. Like I used to do this like every day all the time. And then once we started getting into the lazy thing, and like I don't want to pick up after everybody all the time. So
by everybody, she just means me.
Well, and the cats, they like try other places.
They throw laundry everywhere.
They empty our sock drawer. Like it happens.
Yeah.
But I don't normally do as much as I used to do. And now I am like steady picking up and cleaning every morning before coffee, like feed the cats, clean the house, and we're good.
Yeah, we just do like surface cleaning. Everything is
that's all we have to do because we already did
now.
The deep cleaning. So now if we keep it clean versus, you know how that goes. Like you either clean every, month or whatever people do, like every couple of weeks or every month or something, you clean and you deep clean. Or kind of deep clean, but you clean everything and it's like a total mess. Or on a daily basis, surface clean, and then you don't have to do the deep cleaning except for, that's why they call it spring cleaning and fall cleaning, right?
Yeah.
Because they keep everything clean on a regular basis.
Yeah, regular basis.
On a regular basis.
I just want to, quick side note here. Dana mentioned on the live YouTube, I have a jar jalapeno pickles.
Oh,
So good. I will dream about that tonight.
I think we've had those
Aloha,
once.
Rhoda.
I think we have had those ones. For those of
I
you
don't
guys that are listening, and
ever
you're
had
listening for the
jalapeno
first time,
pickles.
we are also live on YouTube. So we do our
Yes.
podcast now live on YouTube. And so that we can, so we can each other, because that's what just happened. No, so that when we run out of things to say, because that's what we were doing, we can actually just talk to people. You guys, because we're better live. We just feel better.
Who's a Bloody Mary fan? I really feel like this is basically lunch for me. The drink that eats like a meal.
It is.
It is so delicious. I find A1 sauce, Worcestershire, and what hot sauce we put in it?
I can't remember the name. It's
Tapatios or something.
Yeah, Tapatios. Yeah.
Is that it?
Tapatios.
Right, with VA juice.
Tapatio!
Incidentally, the VA juice is low sodium. Yay.
Nice.
Right? Because they didn't have any regular VA juice.
That's why your
delicious.
bags are so much better these days.
My baggy eyes.
Yeah.
My baggy eyes.
Because you're not eating as much sodium.
This is my first low sodium Bloody Mary, so it can't be that good.
Well,
maybe it's the fact that I haven't cried in a few days.
It hasn't been
that's
long.
been happening.
Yeah, but what are your highs for this? Oh wait, I have to say on Friday also.
Yeah.
Found the radio station. Thought about the
that's definitely a highlight of my week.
Counting Crows radio. Made us so happy, brought us back to the good old days, like the days that we to just like sit and chill, and when we first met, this is the kind of music that we were listening to, brings all that awesome all the awesome music. Natalie Merchant, Matchbox 20.
Oh my gosh, live,
Fuel, all the good old bands that I haven't listened to in Lord knows how many
20 years. It's
years,
20 years.
Now we got in the mood. I just got in the mood randomly, and I asked Alexa to play Counting Crows radio.
That definitely had a highlight. And highlight.
Yeah, it's been amazing.
It's been amazing.
Yes.
Other highlights. I would have to say, I have been awash. How's that for a word? I've been awash in gratitude a number of times throughout this week, just because I feel like last year at this time, we didn't have a roof on our house. There were so many things that were going on. Whether it was dealing with stuff with the babies or with cats or whatever.
Yep.
There were things that were super angsty.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been
over the
really
past couple years,
about,
because we did we went through bankruptcy.
Yeah.
We went through.
Way to bring it real.
Right. I mean, but we went through bankruptcy. Then we went through
tough. Yeah.
lots of and passing.
Yeah.
And then our house being broken.
The house broke.
Literally.
There's been times this week though that I've just really been
counting your blessings.
Counting my blessings, and I think they come from my lowlights of the week, of those moments of being super sick to my stomach about what's going on, wondering how we're going to do this, being worried about our families so far away that are far away, being worried about the financial situation of everybody, us, everybody that we know, wondering how we're able to cope, people that live alone, and worry about people being able to be, but then thinking, which forces me to try to dig out of the dark hole into thinking about what before right now. Right. Yeah. So I think it's been an interesting roller coaster for me. And then I do have to say my two other big lowlights of the week were, we'll save Oliver Twist for a minute.
Oh yeah, because that
was a low light.
What was a low life? Bounce high life.
Low light,
low light, bounce highlight.
Yeah, but we'll save him for just a minute. But definitely Heather, who I see is here right now. Hi Heather.
Hi Heather.
Reba. Lost Reba, a 51-year-old elephant at the Phoenix Zoo. That was this is no time. And then Dana lost her soul kitty Mojo.
Yes.
And it's right now, I don't think that people realize the level of stress that you're dealing with. And then I can't imagine, and Dana and Heather just beautiful, incredible humans. But I imagine like what it is to go through something so devastating in the midst of dealing with what's happening right now.
Right.
Those were two big gut punches.
Yeah.
Gut
Yeah.
punches.
You make me want to cry right now because yeah, both of them. I mean, like Mojo was like first, and I was like, holy fuck, no, what happened? I tell her. She's going and reading. She's just bawling her eyes out, and we're about to go live for. We have to keep our faces in check to like.
Yeah, that's why the bags
like,
under my eyes bad because I've actually been a whole day and a half without crying.
And then Reba happened on a night that we didn't keep our faces in check. Mm-hmm. But it was.
But it just goes to show just how cool the beautiful beings that we share our lives with really are.
Yeah.
And how significant they are, even if they're not our own. It's just an amazing experience to share life with another species.
Yeah.
And really be able to connect. And so it was, I don't know, it was,
those
were two tough
ones. Low lights.
Yeah, those are the big ones.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah, no, same. Because this week, for the most part, has actually been, has actually not been as bad anxiety wise for me as last week.
I know.
Like I was like up and down, like it was a roller coaster. Yeah, they call it the new normal, and maybe it is. I mean, I guess it kind of is.
But it's like at first when the casino started shutting down, it's like, wait a minute, what's going on? And then the whole town shuts down.
No way.
Cities all over the country and all over the world are shutting down, and everyone's quarantining, and it's like, what is actually going on? And then you really start worrying,
yeah.
and then you forward think to how are we ever going to recover from this?
Yeah.
And it really makes you try to be present in the moment.
Yeah, and it also kind of gives you faith, right? For those of you guys that like have small businesses, or you're you're suffering just financially because you've lost your job or whatever it is, it kind of like, for me, and it does, I know it's not for everybody, but for me, especially when it's the entire world, right? It's the entire country that's suffering from this right now. It's easier for me to have the faith that it's all going to work out. Like, we're going to be okay.
It has to.
Like it has to. It's going to. I mean, it would if it weren't the entire world. But it is. So it's definitely going to work out. Like, it's going to be okay. We are not going to death. We are not going to sell house or no, we're going to be fine. You can't be right. What do you, or probably one of your saints or something that says, don't be discontent. You're the disc.
Eckhart Tolle.
Yes, yeah. Beautiful author.
New Earth. Great author.
Don't be in a future that doesn't exist. And this is like the perfect time to take that quote to heart.
We can't think of the future like in 2 weeks from now. What is that? Have any sense of reality?
Because we don't know.
We literally can't. We don't know what's going to happen. But when you said all over the world, it's tomorrow. How about that? You guys.
Yeah, welcome.
I love the fact that I told Jay when all this started hitting, I remember
it's going pretty hard in Australia too. I think it's like us now. Like, I mean, as far as percentages wise, like nobody has as many cases as we have right now, but most of them don't have nearly as many people as we do either. So
that's true.
We have some percentage wise
populated areas, but I do think there's a oneness to it, and I think that there is a positive perspective. I think that you see people that are actually reaching out to their neighbors and their family and their friends. Technology has made this far more bearable than it could be. I was telling Jay when this all started happening, I remember the storm of 93 in Tennessee, when my family had first moved to Tennessee, where we lost electricity, and we're like, well, that's not a big deal. But losing electricity means you lose water, you lose phone, you lose heat, you lose everything. And there was no way to connect with anybody. And our neighbors, our southern neighbors, saved us with a propane stove, and we walked 3 miles in the snow to come bring it to us because we were stuck.
You gotta love
And I think
Southerners.
How different this is right now that we have the opportunity to connect with family across the country, across the world.
Mm-hmm.
And
and all the kind that's coming out of this, like, my God, the amount of good, kind people really just coming together. The celebrities are doing, lives. They're
like concerts and
concerts on live, free for everybody. Really connecting with their followers. It's going to be a great thing for them in the long run too, just to actually connect versus to show up on stage and do whatever. Yeah, like they're actually connecting with their fans, and that's a beautiful thing. And then the acts of kindness. We should read that.
We should, but I think that it does boil down to two different things. Whatever your perspective is, it boils down to acting out of a place of fear or acting out of a place of faith. And I don't, in a religious aspect, I mean that in a perspective aspect,
correct,
like faith in one another, faith in yourself, faith in fellow human. The only currency that matters. Yeah. Long before this hit, and I think just how real that is now. Yeah. You see so many people doing acts of kindness.
His business is suffering like tremendously.
Oh, sure.
Right? He has VaynerMedia. He runs like big, like Pepsi and like big media.
People aren't spending a lot.
So, but he's living up to he's saying, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is a time for people to really, or you get to see people's true selves in a place of uncertainty or a place of fear. Yeah. And I think that's what, like Gary was saying, kindness being the only currency that matters. You see people really going the extra mile. You see industries too that are really just taking the opportunity to recognizing that there's not a lot of business to be done right now, but that they are taking the opportunity to read and just share a message of hope, kindness, and hope. I mean, it's an interesting part of this situation to behold.
I was just trying to think of a quote of how the one that just keeps coming to mind is, if you have the choice to be right or to be kind, choose kind. But that's not what I was thinking. It's something bigger than that. What is that? Can you help me?
I'm so distracted. Teresa is here. Can I take a quick time out?
Teresa.
Sharlika Sherman. Hey, Sharlika. She said, y'all do drugs? No, we don't. And then she said, are these dudes? No, we're not. So I know like the whole like non-binary thing was popular for this hit, but that's not actually something that we participate in. We're both very proud of our boobs and vaginas.
Yeah, so but sometimes
that's a hilarious question.
Sometimes I do take Xanax. And not recreationally, but I have an anxiety issue.
As needed.
So there are some drugs.
As needed. But we appreciate the question.
But just the something about the being kind, how like kindness. I had something in my head, and then you kept talking, and I forgot.
Sorry.
No, it's not
true. I'm so distracted.
But it was something about a quote about how kindness basically heals everything, right? Like, I don't know.
It's right on the tip of your tongue.
It's gonna come back. So let me read you guys this post. My sister posted this, and this is for those of you guys in America, this is happening in Australia. This is happening all over the world, right? People are coming, like people are stepping forward. They are making changes. They are making a difference. They are doing whatever they can to help the situation, right? Carnival Cruise Line told Trump, we can match those big Navy hospital ships with some fully staffed cruise ships. Thank you, Carnival.
Carnival Cruise Line.
Jim and Ford said, hold our cars. Watch this. We can make ventilators where we were making cars by next week.
Love it.
Construction company said, here's some masks for the medical staff and doctors. Thank you, construction company. Restaurants and schools said, we've got kitchens and staff. We can feed the kids.
Do you have any idea? Even all over Vegas, all the schools literally set up little tables and they do drive-bys and they give all these families lunch every day. Mm-hmm. It's just beautiful.
Isn't this a like highlight?
Oh, total highlight.
Yes. NHL, NBA players are writing checks to pay the arena staff during postponed seasons.
Love it.
Thank you. Churches are holding online services and taking care of their members and community. Beautiful.
Technology is amazing.
Women and children are making homemade masks and handing out snacks to truckers. I love that so much. I love it so much.
Truckers are like the most
Needed.
And to me,
right now, especially. Like,
well, here's the thing.
I don't think they've been highlighted as much as they needed to be
need
highlighted
to
until
be.
now.
Right.
Now we're seeing how important truckers are. Before it was always like, oh yeah, well they're
not
all
a big
like,
deal. But you look at Las Vegas, like I think Las Vegas is a really good example of this because you look at the bowl in the desert of Las Vegas, 2.6 million people, and then you have these tiny little lines. When you look at them on Google Earth, you have tiny little lines north and south, and those are the roads that all these truckers drive in to bring us food, to bring us everything,
supplies, everything.
Well, even toilet paper. Although I haven't seen a lot of that, but I hope.
No, did you see the one that blew up?
What blew up?
About that later. Anyway, breweries, thank you, breweries are making sanitizer out of the leftover ingredients.
I love that.
How great is that?
Just so you know, a little side note, it has to be at least 65% alcohol in order to be a good sanitizer. So I love these breweries for doing that.
Yes. We thought we could live with a bar. Instead, ordering takeout to help keep alive. Thank you guys for doing that. Thank this
the Great
is
American Takeout Tuesday.
This is the human the
human or the
human.
I was like, human's good, but I don't know what you're talking about.
No, do you know they call it cumin? Karen Becker calls it cumin.
Really?
The first time I saw it, I called it
that would
cumin
make me
too.
laugh every time.
And Sasha laughed at me.
Anyway,
I got something coming. But what they didn't count on was America saying, hold my beer, watch this.
Yes, Lord.
I think a Japanese admiral in the middle of the Pacific said it best in 1941. I think we have awakened a sleeping giant. Give us a little more time. I'm going to cry. This is why I had you read it before. Give us a little more. Okay, you read the last.
I'm going to take the last part of it. Give us a little more time and we'll be doing much better. Like we're all getting our shit together right now, right? Stop listening to the hysterical media. Hysterical is a strong word, but there's a lot that we don't know. I don't think the media is necessarily the best place to go for peace. We are one nation under God.
Yeah.
We got
and
this.
I love it. And like, if you're not a God thing or the God word, we are one nation. Like we are one nation. This is one nation as America, but one nation as humanity. Globally. And we all, whatever ways that we can, as individuals, as human beings, we are helping each other. And I think it's a beautiful thing.
That's a big difference for us to recognize. We talk about this a lot between you and me, but I think that a lot of times when we're overwhelmed about something, it makes a big difference for us to really examine our sphere of influence. We can be overwhelmed by a number of side factors, but when we simplify, prioritize based on our sphere of influence, meaning what we can impact within our dailiness,
within our world,
within our world. I mean, it's not going to have any stuff all day long, but when we stop and think about our sphere of influence, there turns out to be a lot that we can change, that we can help, that we can impact. Right. And I think that a lot of people all over the world right now are, instead of being upset about A and B and C going on here and there and wherever, they're looking what they can do within their worlds, within their dailiness. Yep. And you see so many amazing humans just rising to the occasion. I think that instead of looking at governments or outside forces or whatever to
make it better for us in any way, it all, like, our perspective, our perspective is our reality, right? 90% of perspective is realities, but that is our to make it better. And not just
the industry don't have a role and responsibility in all governments, industry have a role and responsibility in all this. At the same, so do all of we. And this is just an incredible to see so many people just rising to the occasion and being kind, compassionate, empathetic.
Cheers to empathy.
Yes. My Bloody Mary's almost gone. Should we wrap it up?
Well, I want to end with one quick story because last night we lost Twist.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, and we're gonna do this really quickly, guys, because we're getting close to, like, people don't want to listen to a podcast anymore. But
real quick, guys, Heather said And Heather, you say this very well. She said, this situation has brought out a lot of beauty and we need to focus on that. It's the only way we'll all make it.
Exactly.
Heather, well said.
And we will make it through together. And there's so many people.
There's no other choice, y'all.
So many people, from celebrities to everyday average,
every trucker, every care worker,
we're all
responder.
We're all doing it together.
Every
We're
neighbor.
all in it together, and we are all literally bringing out so much love, and it makes me so happy to see the amount of
actual connected compassion still exists.
Yes, and yeah, it's bringing out the best in us. And let me say this: that it appears from the things that I have seen is that now the earth is starting to heal itself.
Did you guys see that
healing
funny
herself because we're no longer like around with all this pollution. We're no longer, in
not
Brazil.
That this is sustainable. However,
no, but I mean that's it takes 2 weeks for the human body to be
rejuvenate
itself, right?
When given everything that it needs. That's a really good point.
Right.
I do think there was a funny meme though that was posted somewhere on social media that said basically this is all about climate change and how much we've abused Mother Earth and all that. And finally Mother Earth was just like, okay, everybody, your room.
Exactly.
Right. I think
that is it. Well, I really feel like, I feel like that could definitely be, it's at least a benefit. The reason behind he's going to know that. But
it could be a part
it's
of it.
definitely
a silver lining.
It's definitely a highlight.
Yeah.
For this entire situation. The sea turtles in Brazil are able to come out now because the beaches are bare. They're able to come out and do their
thug thizzle thing.
Thug thizzle. They're I saw pollution rates are down like a huge amount.
Incidentally, so are crime rates.
Crime rate is
down. Las Vegas Metro came out the other day and was talking about how crime in Las Vegas is down almost 40% or more than 40%. It's just fantastic. I think it's just beautiful.
I think so.
There's a lot of blessings that we can look at. There's a lot of perspective that we can glean from. God bless you.
I have COVID.
No, it's not sneezing. It's a dry.
Oh, okay.
It's a sore throat, and then you get a dry cough, and then you die. Anyway, God bless America. Good will prevail. Roberta, you're exactly right. God bless America. God bless this world.
Yes.
I think that we already see so much good prevailing. On that note, let's just share the little story we had last night. We had an epic cat mom fail last night.
Epic fail.
We always talk about the fact that it's so important for our cats to be able to spend some time outdoors. However, it is very important that time outdoors be supervised. Last night, Jae and I were having a fish fry. We were about to enjoy a fish fry. We're going to go live in our VIP group. So we were bringing out like the computer and this and that. In the middle of all that, Oliver Twist, is scooched out the door. And he's not harness trained, but he spends time in the backyard on a regular basis with us. And he usually is very good about staying right on the patio, just maybe 4 feet off the patio. He got out, immediately went under the table, and we're like, oh, we'll grab him in a minute. Then we got sidetracked. We were making fish. The marinade started going everywhere. It was 3 to 7 minutes later that we were like, oh my God, Twist. We go out to get him.
He's gone.
Gone.
Yes.
So then we spend the next hour looking for him everywhere,
walking
going up and down.
all the neighborhoods around us, all the streets around us.
I was thinking he might be
jumping walls, doing stuff.
Yeah, trespassing. I went and knocked on the door of a neighbor that was the street over from ours that I thought he might be in their backyard. Of course,
they didn't answer.
Right. It was dark.
Anyway,
and it's COVID,
so we text our friend Pam from Perfectly Holistic. If you guys follow us, you know a lot about Pam. She does energy testing and muscle healing, muscle testing, muscle healing, energy healing. So I like reached out to her and I was like, hey, Twist enjoyed a great day in the sun, but has ran away. And so please send your energy this way if you can. And she FaceTimed us and did some Google Earthing and was like, his energy is testing in the yard behind you. So I climb wall. Over the wall, not over the wall, but up to the wall.
So she could see over.
From the, for the next door neighbor behind us. And I and I call for him and he meows and I'm like, that's Twist. And then he meows again and I'm like, Twist is here. And then I see him and then he climbs up the wall on this like lattice that they have, like a ladder, and he came home. And it was like an hour of torture, but
yeah, it was like an hour and 20 minutes of torture. But while we are FaceTiming with Pam, she's explaining like other yards that she sees and she's testing for him. And she identifies that yard. And we were literally still on FaceTime with her when he came home. It was when he climbed back up over the wall. It was just such an extraordinary. So great. Because we were sick. I can tell you. It's one thing if you have company over, and this has happened before because Twist has done this before. It's one thing when you have company over and someone, accidentally leaves a door open and can't find one of the cats. And then it's like, okay, this is an accident. We're going to do what we need to do, put up flyers, blah, blah, blah. But when you know that you failed, when it's like, oh, we thought about that in advance and then we didn't do it. And we were just sick about it. So
no more edibles for us.
That was, that was an hour of excruciating stress for us. That was stressful. Anyway, it was a low light of the week initially, and then one of the best highlights of the week for sure.
So we love you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining us. We will be live on Facebook in a little bit because it's Sunday.
I feel like that rose just got to you. You just got a little.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Am I half-mast?
Not quite half-mast. I mean, not like
for those of you listeners, half-mast is Adrienne's word of me being like, my eyes are not completely open.
Right. Right. She starts to get a little droopy.
Droopy.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm droopy yet.
No, I think we're good.
These empathy wines. I mean,
is it gluten free? No hangover.
Probably not.
Anyway, we hope you guys are having a beautiful, beautiful Sunday.
Yes.
A beautiful day wherever you are, whenever you're listening to this.
Yes. Bless you.
Blessings to you. Be safe, be healthy, be happy, be joyful, be helpful.
And don't forget, we're all in this together.
Yes, we are.
We love you guys so much.
Love you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. Have a fantastic evening or day or morning or whatever.
Wherever you are. We love you guys. We'll see you guys soon. Hopefully on Facebook.
Yes.
Hey, yo.
Love you guys.
Love you. Bye, y'all.